Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Thank you all so much for joining me today. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you my everyday makeup drawers and what I'm taking out and what I'm going to be putting in. So let's get started. Okay, this is my everyday makeup drawers right here. So we're going to start in this drawer here, and I'm going to show you what I'm pulling out. So I have my baskets in front of me. I have the basket of goodies that I've taken out of my my drawers, and then I have a basket of stuff that's going to go in. Let's start with the basket of stuff that I'm taking out. So I've got everything out in front of me that I pulled out of the drawer. So I'm going to talk a little bit about them. So let's start with primers that I pulled out. So I pulled out the Too Faced Hangover RX. I love this primer. It's a hydrating primer. It has coconut water, probiotic-based ingredients, skin revivers. This is a great, in my opinion, it's a great primer. And I have dry skin. It really feels nice. It really hydrates the skin, gets the skin ready for makeup. And then the other little primer, this is just a deluxe travel size from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Glow Primer. This is a little glowy primer. Foundation, I pulled two out. This one I had been using, this is fairly new to me, the L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. So that one is very nice. I'm wearing this today. It's a very nice foundation. Lighter coverage. I'd say it's light to medium, and then it's buildable a little bit. And I pulled out my Nars Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation because I have another Nars foundation I'm putting in the drawer. For concealer, I pulled the two concealers out here. This is the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape. I use that an awful lot. Very hydrating for dry, normal to dry skin. And then I have this little mini of the Hourglass Concealer. This is a very nice concealer. This is in the shade Cream or Creme. I'm wearing it today. It blends in smoothly. It doesn't emphasize any dark, any circles or lines or creepiness under the eyes. Now for powder, I pulled out the two powders that I had in there. The first one was the Beauty Bakery Flour Better Not Bitter baking powder, or setting powder, I should say. This is an oat translucent. Used this a few times. Very nice, not heavy, and doesn't make the skin look, aged. This powder here I used 90% of the time. This is the Kosas Cloud Set powder in the shade Airy. This container is not my favorite to get into. I have such a hard time getting into this, but that's what that looks like. That's the shade Airy. I love this powder so much, but it was time to get something new out. Then on to eyes. I didn't pull out any new mascaras or brow products. I have in my everyday makeup drawer here, I have all the brow products that I'm using. I might have a couple new ones in my new drawers over there, but I've got some mascaras in this drawer, in my everyday makeup drawer, that I really need to work through. So I didn't pull any new mascaras. Oh, yes, I did pull one mascara out. Let's talk about eyeshadow palettes. So I pulled three out. So this one is the NYX Superstars Color Palette. Yep, in Crystal Flex. This is really nice. I absolutely love this palette. Used it quite a bit. The pigmentation on it is actually quite good. Beautiful pigmentation and just really gorgeous on the eyes. Very blendable. Used that quite a bit. Then when I wanted something more neutral, I went with the Tarte little mini Tarte Tartlet palette, which looks like this. Very neutral shades here with a little bit of like verging on a light plum right here, and a pink there. Very lovely palette, but I used that quite a bit. And then my Juvia's Place, the Violets, which is one of my favorite palettes. This is a pure purple palette. It has just this pink right here. These two shades, as you heard me probably say in another video, I pulled out to put in a Z palette with some other shades, similar shades. So I love this eyeshadow palette. These purples are beautiful, and it went very well in conjunction with this palette. So I really had a lot of purple looks this time. And I told you I didn't pull any mascaras out. Okay, liquid eyeshadow. I pulled this out of the drawer. This is the e.l.f. What is this called? You know, it doesn't really say what the name of it is. It's just like a glittery eyeshadow. This one's in the shade, I don't know what shade it is. Oh, Disco Queen. And it's just this pretty white with like a glitter in there. Now on to the face. So I had two bronzers in there. I had my Too Faced Hot Cocoa bronzer, which I love. This is what I'm wearing today. Love this, beautiful. Used it a lot. I love how the light shade takes down the darkness on the darkest shade, and really anybody can use that. And then I have this one here from Kylie. This is in khaki, and so I use those quite a bit. For blush, I pulled out these two. These two I used quite a bit in the month of January and early February. This one here from Glowish. This one is in Cheeky Vegan. Nope. It's in Caring Coral, and it's actually more pink than coral. Beautiful, beautiful blush. And then I pulled out my Tarte Amazonian Clay blush and the shade Blushing Bride. This is a gorgeous blush. It's what I'm wearing on my face today, and just beautiful blush. Just it looks sort of dark in the pan, but as you can see, it's sort of very light on the skin, which is just how I like it. Then for highlighter, I pulled out this. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Pearlized in Flexitarian. These are very soft, so I'm gonna have to be super careful because it's a little crushed, but let me see if I can show you. It is the softest, but look at that. Look at how stunning that is. I've used that quite a bit, and I love it's. You know what, these highlighters and cheek products are perfect for people who have dry skin, because it doesn't emphasize the dryness. And then the last one that I have here, this other highlighter, is from I Heart Revolution. This is the Tasty Strawberry highlighter. I love this. This it looks really pretty on the skin. There you go. And there you go, right there. It's just so pretty. So I've had this in for a little bit, so I love this. So there's that. And then for lip colors, I pulled two out. I pulled out, this is an AOA Studio Velvet Lips Liquid Lipstick in the shade Miley. And it's just this really pretty pink. And then I pulled out this gloss. This is the About Face gloss in the shade Angel on Fire. I already have some stuff in there that's very similar. So that's what I pulled out. And now what's going in? Let me take everything out here. Let's start with primer. Okay, so the two primers that I pulled out to go in here are ones that I've actually had in my drawers in my collection. This is the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. This is such a wonderful primer. It's a moisturizer and a primer in one, so it really keeps the skin hydrated under your foundation. And then the other one I got is this. This is from Revlon. This is the Photo Ready Rose Glow Face Gloss, Luminize and Hydrate, which is 80% water. I've had this for a little while, and I haven't even used it yet. So I'm going to be putting that one in. Now for foundation, I had pulled out a couple, but I'm only putting in one. So I already have in my drawer the ABH foundation, and I'm still testing that out. It's a little yellow for me, and I'm going to try it a couple more times and see if I can mix it with something else. Otherwise, that's going to go. I think I'm going to be decluttering that one. I'm keeping my Revolution stick foundation in there, but I'm putting in instead the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. I wore this. I did a dedicated video for this, which I'll link down below. This is such a beautiful foundation. This is great for someone with mature skin. It just it just goes on so easily. It blends well. It doesn't look cakey. And I absolutely love the finish on this. So I will, again, I'll link that video down below where I tested that out. Now, for concealers, I have 3. So I have pulled out my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. I love this. For a drugstore version, I pulled out my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer. This one is in Fair Beige. And then I saw that I had this in the drawer and I really wanted to give it a try. This is from Kosas. This is their, my goodness, this is their Super Creamy and Brightening Concealer right here. And this one is in the shade 1.5C, light with pink undertones. Alrighty. Then for powder, I took out a couple from my collection and I pulled out one new one. So from my collection, I pulled out my number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Translucent Loose Powder. This is a favorite of mine, a holy grail. That's going in. Then I haven't used this one in a little while. This is my Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Complexion Powder. This one is stunning. Love that one. That's going in. And then the new one I wanted to try is from Revolution. This is their Conceal and Define Satin Matte Powder Foundation. This is going in. And I like that it's a satin matte. It's not a full-blown matte. So this is new to me. I'm going to be testing this out. It has a nice little cover, and that looks really nice. That shade looks great. Okay. And then it comes with a little puff. So that one's going to go in. I thought about pulling out a loose powder, but the loose powders I have were kind of light, and I really didn't want to, you know, pull anything too light out. Then for bronzers, I pulled out the Nabla Skin Bronzing Sun-Kissed Effect Bronzing Powder in Dune. I love Nabla's products. It's such a pretty shade. That's going to go in. Then I also pulled out something new. This is from Real Her. You Are Golden Powder Wear Ombre Bronzer. So I wanted to try this out. That's what the packaging looks like. That is not an ombre bronzer, but that's a beautiful bronzer. Has a little bit of shimmer to it. Okay, for blush, I pulled out a couple. So I pulled out one I had in my collection. This is from Physicians Formula. This is the Happy Booster Glow and Mood Boosting Blush in Rosé. So I'm putting that one in. And then I pulled out another one from Physicians Formula. This is the Butter Believe It Muru Muru Butter Blush in Pink Sands. This one is a little more peachy pink, whereas the Happy Booster blush is more pinky rose. So this one's going to go in. If I can get it out of the package. Let me show you what this looks like. It is so pretty. I don't need the brush. Look at how pretty that is. It is so pretty. I can't wait to use that. Now for highlighters, I did pull one out of my collection. So I pulled the Ofra and Madison Miller collab highlighter in the shade Moon Dance. I'll show you what that looks like. It's just a nice champagne-y shade. So that one is going to go in. Actually, let me see here. I might have to put that one over here. Okay, and then I pulled out a new one. This is from e.l.f. This is the Metallic Flare Highlighter in White Gold. I had this in my drawer that I had been waiting to use. It's sort of a pretty, it's like a champagne-y shade, but not as light as this one. See the difference? So I pulled those two out. For lips, I still have quite a few lip products in my drawer. I have some lip balms, lip exfoliator. I have some bullet lipsticks that I really didn't want to switch out. Some liquid lipsticks and some glosses and lip liners that I wanted to keep in there. And what I did pull out were these three from my drawer. We have a matte liquid lipstick from Ulta. These are just mini sizes. And this is, I don't know what shade this is, but it's a really pretty sort of nude liquid lipstick. Then I have here a tinted lip oil in a very similar shade, which again, I don't know what that shade is. It's really pretty. And then I have their lip gloss, and it's this really pretty champagne-y pink shade. Now let's go on to the eyes. Whoops, I'm having a hard time closing my drawer. Then for the eye drawer, there's just a couple of things that I'm going to put in here. I picked out a couple of eyeshadow palettes. The first one I picked out is from ColourPop. It's an Emerald Away. I don't happen to have anything green in here necessarily. I have a few greens in my Alamar Cosmetics Encanto palette, which is in here. But these, look at these. These are stunning. Look at that. Can't wait to start using those. I already have the Sapphire palette, which is beautiful in here. And then for something neutral, I pulled out this from Lawless. This is the Glam one, eyeshadow palette. And this is what that looks like. Just some really pretty neutrals there. Some gorgeous shimmers, some mattes. Looks like there's 6 mattes and 2 shimmers. And then the last thing that I pulled out is a mascara. This is from e.l.f. This is the Lash Beats Defining and Lengthening Mascara with a narrow, flexible brush. So let's take a look at this. I've heard great things about this, and I'm always wanting to test out lengthening mascaras. So that's what that looks like. Oh, that is a nice narrow brush. This reminds me, the flexibility in the wand on this remind me of the Maybelline Sky High. So that will go in the drawer. So that is everything for my everyday makeup drawer for the month of February. So now I'm going to show you what the drawers look like. So now I'm going to show you what's in the drawers. Okay, so this is the drawer on the left. And I've added the mascara in, and the only other thing I've added in is this palette and then the green palette here from ColourPop. So I have the Huda Beauty Wild Python palette. I have, that's the new one I just put in. I have the Locker Down from ColourPop, and I have the Alamar Encanto palette, and then I have down here the Huda's new palette there. What is it called? It is called Rose Quartz. So I have that one there, and then I have this Rare Beauty palette as well as the blue palette from ColourPop. So that is the only change in this drawer. And then in this drawer, we have all the new products in here from my drawers, from my collection. So we have the new powders, bronzers, blushes, and highlighters in here. I've got the new primer, as well as the new Nars foundation. And then the Ofra highlighter I pulled out. The new concealers, the new powder, and then the new products that I pulled out. These little, the liquid lip, the lip oil, and the lip gloss. So that is my everyday makeup drawers. I hope you enjoyed and you found this helpful. If you did, please give me a thumbs up because I really appreciate it, and it definitely helps my channel. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit that notification bell. And please feel free to share this video. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you have an everyday makeup drawer and how you organize and how you change it up month to month. And I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.